look today. It's the whole no blush thing. It needs to make a comeback. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome back if you're not new here. If you're new, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and write me a comment of what you think of it after you watch it. Today's video is going to be all about foundation. I own exactly 30 foundations. Yes, 30 foundations. I'm going to insert a picture over here of how and where I store my foundations because a lot of them are just in the storage under my bed. So you could say that my opinion about foundation is somewhat of an expert opinion. Now my background is Middle Eastern, so I naturally have darker tan skin and my undertone is olive. My skin is very neutral. It's more leaning on the cool side, but it's still very neutral. I've done a color analysis test and my colors were cool winter or like dark winter, so on the cool side. But whenever I buy foundation, I'm always a neutral olive undertone. The first foundation I'm going to recommend and I'm going to talk about is the Face Blonde by Urban Decay, and this is in the shade 21 medium neutral. This is actually what I'm wearing on my face right now. This is more of a matte foundation, so I have dry skin. I have like really dry skin. I have to go with a lot of hydrating moisturizers underneath my makeup. Usually my routine under makeup is a toner, a hydrating serum, a face cream, under eye cream, and sometimes even a hydrating face mist depending on how rough my skin is feeling. But I found that this foundation, on top of like a really moisturizing like face prep, even adding in some hydrating primers, it works really well. And they have such a big shade range, and that's one of the main reasons why I recommend it. Not only is it easy to work with, even though it's matte, the shade range is just chef's kiss. You're gonna find your shade in this foundation no matter what skin color or what undertone you have, and especially if you have an olive undertone, they have a lot of green based shades that are labeled as the neutral undertones. Now we talked about a matte foundation, and by the way, the Face Blonde is more of a full coverage foundation also, so it's like pretty thin. Honestly, it's buildable, however it does give full coverage. Like right now, like you look at me and you can tell that I'm wearing foundation. The second foundation that I'm gonna mention is quite the opposite. We have the MAC Studio Radiance Serum Foundation. This is one of my all-time favorite summertime foundations. It's light, it's serum-like, exactly like the name suggests. It's a serum foundation that's radiant, perfect for dry skin because this literally feels like skincare. It's so hydrating. When you put it on your face, you're not gonna even like tell that you're wearing foundation. Also, excuse the noises in my background. My dog is sleeping and he's having a dream. And I feel like whenever he's having like a dream and making the dream noises, he's literally dreaming of running in the park with his friends. Listen. He's doing it again. They also have a really good shade range in the MAC Serum foundation, and I am in the shade NC37. When I was talking to the MAC rep about my color in this foundation, she did recommend to go a shade lighter than my shade in their regular like full coverage foundation, just because this one does tend to oxidize a little bit, she said. But I didn't have any issues with oxidizing when it comes to this foundation. I've owned this for like over 2 years and it's still one of my go-tos. It's really buildable as well, so if you want to really sheer coverage, you could have this with this foundation because it's serum-like. But also you can build on it if you're looking for a little bit more of a medium cover. It will not build up to be full coverage. Nope. Foundation number 3 on this list, I've done a whole video reviewing this Lancôme foundation. I think this is also a serum foundation. This is the Teint Idole Ultra Wear Care and Glow foundation. If you want to see the full review of this foundation, I'll link the video down in my description. I did a wear test. I've compared it to another foundation that came out during the same week, and I obviously like this foundation a lot better than the one that I compared it to. That's why I still use it. Again, they have a really good shade range. I am in the shade number, I really don't know where the fuck is the shade number on this. There we go. 355N is my shade number in this foundation, and it literally says on it, suitable even for dry and sensitive skin. Super hydrating. I would say that this is more of a medium coverage foundation. It's definitely buildable to a full coverage. It's not sheer on its own. If you mix it with moisturizer, you could probably turn it into a BB cream. I feel like it could work that way. But yeah, it's definitely more on the medium side. They do have a really good shade range and this foundation. I don't know if the light is picking up pretty well on the camera, but it's very green undertone, very olive undertone, and honestly one of my go-tos as well. Now I have to give an honorable mention to this foundation. I tend to not use this as much as my other foundations. For us dry skin girls with an olive medium undertone, this is pretty decent. This is by ColourPop. It's actually one of their newer launches that they sent me, and it's the Pretty Fresh Tinted Foundation Balm. So this is meant to be more like a BB cream. It's very very light, very sheer. You wear it on days where you don't really want to wear a lot of makeup. It's kind of like a no makeup foundation, if that makes sense. And the stick formula is actually very hydrating and moisturizing. It's really easy to work with. You could literally blend this with your hands even. And it's one of the more affordable foundations. They do have a really big shade range of this foundation as well. I remember when they sent me the PR for it, I literally got a box with like 11 different shades. And I had to pick my own, which ended up being shade medium 11. This is my perfect match at the moment. Try it out if you're looking for more of a BB cream, cheaper alternative. Now going into the category of powder foundations. So I know for us dry girls, usually we tend to stay away from powder foundation because they're often like super drying, super mattifying, and don't really work with our skin texture. I want to give a quick shout out to the One Size powder foundation. I have two of this in the shade Light 5 NR, and then Medium 5 NR is my other one. So Medium 5 NR is literally the perfect match for me as face. I use the light one to set underneath my eyes, and I find it does a pretty good job with that. Don't wear this foundation on its own on my entire face because that looks horrible. That looks cakey. It looks really dry and just not meant for us dry skin girls. Pretty sure this will look insanely amazing all over the face on someone with really oily skin. Just wanted to give a quick mention in regards to this because it's really good for like setting the makeup after you're done doing your other makeup. And so I feel like I talked so quickly, but those are all the foundations that I wanted to share with you guys. Out of all my 30 foundations, these are the only ones I recommend that I currently have at my house at the moment and I currently use still to this day. I do also like the Makeup by Mario foundation. I know I've mentioned that one on TikTok a couple of times. I ran out of it like honestly sometime last year and I just haven't purchased it again because I do have 30 foundations and I need to go through them all even if I don't like them before I purchase another variation of the Makeup by Mario foundation. Again, that one has a really good shade range. It's more of a medium to full coverage and it's also hydrating for us dry skin girls. It does have a little bit of shimmer in it too, which I like. But yeah, I have to go through like all 30 of my foundations first before I could justify buying a new foundation. I hate consumerism. I hate consumerism so much and I'm trying to be better about it. That was everything for today's video. Let me know if you guys liked it. I'd love to know what is your go-to foundation if you have dry skin like me and have a neutral to olive undertone. Leave it down in the comments below. Like this video and subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!